Hello. Hey. How you doing? How was your Monday? Did you start the week off good? Do you need a moment? That's what we're here for. Having a moment. Welcome to Periwinkle Palace Arts. I'm Princess Bun Bun, and I'm here with my bunnies. And we do art stuff here and chit chat. And that's pretty much all we do. Come on in. Um, Bring your coffee, and yeah, let's get into it. So, first we say hi to the bunnies. I'm feeling very cuddly today. I feel cuddly. This is Maya. She's my fibromyalgia bunny, and she's my best friend. She's the first one I got. And she has the little fibromyalgia rainbow on her tummy and other stuff. She's gonna go ahead and take her nap. Even though we're doing some coloring, she just doesn't, she's sleepy. And we also have Tizzy. She is my autism bunny. She's the gold spectrum bunny, which is just a different colorway that they have for her. She has these cool textured ears. They feel like those bumpy blankets. It's like fleece but bumpy. And yeah, she's for the autism spectrum, so she has this little hand magnet that represents, what does it represent? Communication difficulties. And her eyes, the little sparkles, they kind of go to the side. She's never really looking at you straight. And she has the autism spectrum symbol on her tummy. And she has these cool little patterns on her feet and hands around them. They represent castle walls for hiding, you know. And yeah, she's Tizzy. And she's an interesting girl. She's interesting. Yes. She's gonna sit over here. And we also have Disco today. Yeah, Disco is in a state. That's why I brought him out here. He's just, Disco's having issues. See, their boots keep coming off. Not boots. They have roller skates, and they keep coming off. And so I brought him out here so I could remember to think about how to fix that little problem. I'm looking around me, and I'm just gonna set him over here. Yeah. Anyway, he has this crown on his head, but you can't really see it unless you're looking at his back. And he has this super cool superhero cape. This is the panic disorder bunny. And he has this for the kind of heart arrhythmia pounding feeling you have when you have a panic attack. And his little distressed face. And the roller skates are for like feeling fumbly and stuff. But like I said, I don't have those on him right now. And also he has these really cool ears that are for feeling like you're on display all the time. That everybody's watching you. But I have them in this, like, I don't know what I was doing. He has this weird little hair roll, like, I guess like John Travolta kind of thing going on. And it's got like, it goes all the way through. So I put his ears like that. So, and this is his alchemical symbol. And then I just love his ears. Like, how amazing are those? So this is Disco. And we're going to think about the boots problem today, okay? Yeah. So, what do we need to do art? My hair cute? It's cute enough. And coffee. If you have not had your coffee yet, please go get it. I'll wait. Okay, I won't necessarily wait, but you won't miss much. Coca Mocha. It's one of my favorite flavored coffees. And the reason that I drink flavored coffee is because being diabetic, one of the first things that I did was I cut the sugar out of my coffee. It was either that or stop drinking coffee or restrict how much coffee I could drink. And I was struggling with just the black coffee and creamer, so I tried some flavored coffee. Having the flavor there kind of tricks my brain into thinking that it's sweet. I don't know. But it works. I've been doing this for several years, so I have my coffee very lightly creamered with half and half and no sugar. But I still get all the fun of the flavors. There's a tip for the day. Okay. I went ahead and flipped this over and folded it down, and I'm trying to get it to like sit here and lay flat for a few minutes before I tape it back down. We are going to finish all of this today, and I can't find those sparkly ribbon things that I was telling y'all about yesterday. All right, so I've come up with a different idea that I think will come out really well. This is our little motivation this week that we're focusing on. I really like how this one came out. It says, I am surrounded by love and support even in the darkest of times. Now, if you'd like to, you can go to our YouTube community. I made a post this morning about this, and you can tell us there or here in the chat or in the comments later, what is it that makes you feel the most surrounded by love and support even in the darkest of times? I'm curious. Let's talk about it. So, like I said yesterday, I'm just going to keep this over here on my desk for the week. And we're going to work on this a little bit, but I'm going to put this on the edge of our diamond art to try and push it down a little bit while I color. I just need to see how my hands are doing before we get started this morning. Yesterday was one of those days that I was like, I need to get up from this desk before I just delete this whole stream. So, if it was absolutely terrible yesterday, I apologize. I felt like I could not keep the thread of a conversation in my mind for the life of me. And I think I must have had like the beginnings of 6 or 7 different topics and never finished them. So, if you watch that, and I do look kind of crazy or than normal. What's normal? Yeah, I don't know. I'm talking to myself. If it's horrible, you can let me know. It is what it is, right? So, again, I'll let you guys know. I do not rewatch my videos. I don't. Whatever I stream is whatever I stream, so you get whatever it is. All right, I'm using pink. I've been using the Sakura Pigma Micron pens for these spirals. I really love them, really. Anyway, yesterday I mentioned that I started this one on Sunday. Sunday's rainbow day for me, so it just made it easier for me to choose my color and do it in rainbow. So that was a choice I made on the spur of the moment. And now I'm going to color these lines in, and I'm going to make them a gradient. I'm starting with pink. I started with red around the outside. So I'm just going to color inward, but I'm going to try and merge them kind of. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out. Okay, here's where I left off. I don't want to jinx myself, but my hand seems pretty steady this morning. this isn't our project for the day. If you don't know, sometimes I color some of this in the morning to help loosen my hands up and just get them ready for the day, I guess. I have a confession to make. I haven't been able yet to fully stop watching the news every day. I have not been able to. So um, I'm just I'm watching it after I get off the stream when I go to my room for a couple of hours, but I'm not starting my day off with it, and I'm not burying myself in it and nothing but the news for the entire day. So I call that progress. Sometimes we can't go the full way at the beginning of any kind of goal you're trying to achieve, you know? I'm not coloring over all the color all the way to the edge of the spiral of the line when I do these. I'm just coloring inside mostly where the colors that I already put around the outside of it, I color inside of those. So it does make kind of an interesting effect when you have two different colors, one for the outline and one for filling it in, if you don't color completely over the outer color. My mouth is super dry, so I need to get a mint. Okay, so I'm using the pink to color in a ways on the red, and then I'm going to switch to the red. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm making this up as I go. If you're doing art while you watch either live or later later when this video is, when the stream is finished, I'd love for you to let me know what you're working on or what medium you're using. This isn't a tutorial channel, so you don't need to have whatever I'm doing to follow along or anything like that. I'm just here doing the art. If you have questions, sure, I'll answer them. Absolutely. But mostly I just like to talk to y'all. I sometimes think it's nice to chit chat with people while I work on my art. It gives you less of a feeling of like isolation. So I'm not coloring over this entire line on these back and forth swoops. I want them to stay how they are. And when I go on the lines in between the little shapes, I just kind of skip it over the line so that it doesn't cover the entire color completely. I want the colors to be like kind of merging, blending together when your eyes look at it. So what I'm doing isn't necessarily obvious while I'm coloring it. but it usually is when I'm done. This actually kind of creates a completely different color when your eyes view it. So I'm probably going to take this pink around to about right in here. And then I'm going to switch to red. I am using the 0.5 size nib right now. And when we were filling it in, except for the yellow, when we were outlining it, except for the yellow, we used the 0.05 size. On the yellow, we had to use the 0.5 size because I don't have a smaller size than that in yellow. And I find that odd a little bit. I could have grabbed another brand with a smaller nib, but I just didn't feel like it. And that's okay, right? I also did my first attempt yesterday at the very end of the stream at trying to read you guys or show you guys a good news story. Not actual news. I'm sorry, like positive news. And I don't like the way it worked out. I'm going to keep working on that. We'll just keep trying it until I get good at it. That's pretty much how I learn things. I just jump in, try, usually mess up a few times. Sometimes I mess up a lot of times, but eventually I get it. If you're curious what I'm listening to, because I do have a tendency to sing and dance quite a lot, um, but I can't, copyright. I can't just play the music in the background, so it's in my ear. if you want to know what I'm listening to, you can just look over on the side of the screen, right underneath where you see my gorgeous face. You'll see a box there, and that box is just a little screen share of my Spotify mini player, so you could see what I'm listening to. So I've just switched over to the red. Now I'm not going to be blending the colors in both directions. I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm moving a previous color into the next color. And then about halfway through, I start the next color, or the actual color that the outline was colored with. I start that and I move it into the next color. So I hope that makes sense. I do not mind being ridiculous. I'm not scared. I'm a WYSIWYG person. What you see is what you get. Not much hiding under the surface or anything like that. I have no idea how this is going to come out. Just so you know. I was also pretty hurt. I'm trying to scoot forward. I was also feeling pretty cruddy yesterday, too. We had some icky weather. One of the reasons that when I go off the stream, I go really fast, and that it's never really like at a specific time anymore, I guess, um, is that I sit here until I get too tired or I'm in too much pain or whatever. And then at that point, it's kind of like I need to shut it down super fast um, so that I can get to my room before I kind of collapse. Guess what? I have my gummies now. Woohoo! I was out of these for about a week too. Why? Because I didn't order them in time. That was my fault. I think I'm losing my mind. Alright, we're gonna stop there for now. I don't do this for the whole stream. This is just my little warm-up exercise for this morning. I do a lot of art off camera. What you see here is just what I can work on at my desk, basically. Alright. I'm missing some. There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still missing one. We'll find it later. So suddenly, love with a stranger. Got our funnel. And put that off to the side. So suddenly, it's possible that maybe I just smoked the wrong strain of cannabis yesterday for being online. Leave me, all of this is simple. My heart's unconditional, yeah. You dress up just a little and I'm like, oh. So suddenly, I'm in love with a stranger. I'm gonna start with this plus symbol. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this all off, but not all the way. I'm gonna pull it off till about right here. And then I'm also gonna grab this piece of tape from yesterday and just kind of attach this to my desk so it doesn't move. I am struggling doing this when it's not mounted on the board, but we had to take it off the board so that I could get the part that curved around. Back up out of this, out of this, like, music's important. It's really important, y'all. If you're not listening to music that you enjoy at least once a day, I highly encourage you to start. Even if it's like the same song over and over, whatever. Daily music, I find, is a really important thing for mental health. Okay, what I need here is this U-turn. Got it kind of all up and down this whole area, so we'll go through and do these first. I'm not listening to one of my playlists today. I'm listening to. If you listen to Spotify, you know how they have like the daily mix 1 through 6 that they put on your profile. I'm listening to number 3 today. I'm also starting a new playlist. Um, I named it this morning. It's a new day, and it's going to be my new morning playlist. I have to like change things up every couple of years with my morning playlist. And the first song that I listened to this morning on that daily number 3, whatever, was Hosier, You're Too Sweet. We just went to a Hosier concert uh, the week before last, I think. It was amazing. So I actually decided when I listened to that this morning that it makes a really good first song for a morning playlist. It's not too jammy, but it's not slow either. I lost my TV remote. I found a girl, beautiful as just kissing. It looks like I might be experiencing a good bit of buffering right now. So if it's laggy, I apologize. Okay, right here, I'm going to peel this little bit back a little bit more so that I can get to the other ones that are right here. I got a bucket full of sunshine. There's somebody who will do what you want, but I don't really like me to some stuff around. Okay, so all of those. Okay, I've got one of these, only one. I got a bucket for the sunshine. But these plus signs, got quite a lot of them. Be alright. I'm kind of zoning out a little bit this morning. It's fine. Stick with me. It'll be fine. Not really zoning into the art. I'm just zoning out in general. Let me get a little more wax here. I've been surrounded all my time, just fucking about you. I don't know what to do, falling for you. My nose is itchy. You should always stop, take a little break during your art, and stretch. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You should always stretch. In the next couple of days, I have to start back on my, what I call physical therapy stuff. So I have these braces that I'll be wearing on my feet, my legs. And I will be moving what I call the torture bot, or the T-bot, back up underneath my desk so that I can put my feet in it. because they're starting to do this thing they do, and it's something I have to like constantly do physical therapy type stuff for, where the plantar fascia tightens up more and more and more, and my arthritis acts up on my feet too, so I have to stretch them a lot, and my hands are not strong enough to do like the massages that you're supposed to do. So I got like a medical grade massager for my feet, and when it does the job, it hurts. But physical therapy tends to, from what I understand. If you're wondering what these little tiny pieces of white things I pick up are, that are in the jars, it's tiny bits of a laundry dryer sheet. It it pretty much gets rid of the static that these things can cause when they're rubbing up against each other. If you go back to my first couple of videos on this project, you'll see them bounce and jump around. It's especially funny when they get close together and then zoom out from each other because of the static. I don't know. I kind of enjoy it when they're bouncing around like that, but it can make it frustrating when you're trying to work on it. Broke as a bottle of wine. Drink with you all damn night. What makes my I got so much love. I'm tilting my head to the side because there's a glare and I'm trying to see. And I don't want to move the canvas because it's taped to my desk, so I need it to stay put. So all I can do is tilt my head. It is really hard to get them to stay straight when when I'm working on a canvas that isn't mounted. I will tell you that. I've actually never done this before. I've never applied any drills to a canvas that wasn't mounted on a piece of foam core board because that's the way I work, but I had to do it this way because the edge was around the foam core board because I didn't center it well when I mounted it, so I had to take it off to do this part. When you're touching me, nothing left to say. I'm speechless. Getting away. That's right. Nothing left to say. Such a beautiful night to wake up to yours. I guess I'm just in quiet mode today. If somebody comes to chat with me, I will absolutely have stuff to talk about. But it's just, it is what it is. I show up to my studio every day that I can, pretty much unless I'm like really sick or having just a really bad time of it that I just can't even get out of bed. That doesn't mean I don't do art though. I do art in my bed too. So if you aren't familiar with us here, what you're seeing right now is just one of the types of art that we do here. This is diamond painting. We also color with colored pencils, markers. Sometimes we paint. We'll be getting into more wet mediums after I move to my new house. But we also do nail art and nail care stuff. And lots of random DIYs. Sometimes we do drawing. The idea is I come here and do my art and sit and chat with you guys about whatever you want to chat about. It's a pretty simple concept. So you may come here and see the same project for a few days in a row, and then it might switch to something else for a couple of days. Or you might come in and see me do the same project for weeks on end. And sometimes I even switch what I'm doing on the live stream in the middle of the live stream. We try to be here around 8:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. That would be in Central Standard Time. That's where I'm at. And sometimes I stay till lunch, which is 11 a.m. Sometimes I stay longer. Sometimes I leave and then I come back in the afternoon. My schedule's kind of fluctuating right now. So I'm trying out different things. If there's something you prefer, let me know in the chat or in the comments later. That's fine. I don't have very many viewers at all. It's also fine with me. So any of your comments or live chat stuff, I will see it. I will answer you. I kind of hope this community never really gets so big that I can't keep up with the interactions, because I do love interacting with y'all. So good. Dear coffee, I love thee. Okay, our next ones are going to be peas. And sometimes we're really bouncy and talkative, and other days it's more like today, but we're just like chilling. Get a little bit slower, a little bit more relaxing. Twos. These are some more of the ABs. Aurora Borealis. They have a special rainbow glittery coating on the top of them. It makes them so, so pretty. I don't know if you can see that very well. But they're more sparkly than even the ones without the coating. The coating does make them a little bit, to me anyway, they seem a little bit more difficult to pick up. But it could just be my perception. I don't know. Let's go here, and we'll come back up this way. Why? Actually, I don't even know. I just decided to do it that way. Excuse me, I have to clear my throat. Excuse me. Okay. I usually find that I need extra wax in my pen when I'm doing the ABs. Excuse me again. So, I have a big conflict in me about AI. To be clear, right off from the bat, I do not use AI for my art, period. If I've posted a graphic on Instagram or um, anything like that, anywhere I put images, I created those images unless I say otherwise. Um, I do not use AI. Even even our logo, the Periwinkle Palace Arts logo, I specifically commissioned that from an artist that I personally know. I was very specific about what I wanted, kept in touch during the process of the creation, all that stuff. Um, However, I don't believe that AI is necessarily unuseful or bad. It does consume a lot of energy, these data centers and such. I worry about the impact on the environment. So I find myself in between. For a little while, I was using um, Chat GPT a couple of years ago. And I was basically just feeding information into it about me, my family, my art, all of the stuff that we are doing here, trying to get basically some help organizing things and getting things started because I have severe ADHD, among other things, and I feel AI could be a useful tool for that. I haven't used that AI in over a year because I'm very unsure, not necessarily about accuracy. I know how to cross check things for accuracy and do my own fact checking, etc. More what I was using it for was okay, can you help me schedule and plan my day? Can you give me ideas based on what you know about me for how I could set this up or make this work and all that. Part of the reason I've been able to get this far with my little plans is because I used AI to help me set out a basically a mind map of everything. Um, in the process, the AI learned a lot about me because I talked to it in a natural way. So, a little while ago, um, I went to the chat thing, and I asked it, could you write a biography, a short biography about me based on what you know about me. What it wrote was absolutely ridiculous, but I saved it. I want to use it kind of, but I also don't want to use it kind of, because if you ask me, it's quite complimentary to myself. Feels a little overzealous in its efforts to make me feel good about myself. But I showed it to a few people, and they said I should use it. So I don't know. I don't know. But it was really interesting what it put together for me. So I was thinking maybe I'll just read that to y'all today, see what you think. I find it amusing, mostly. Mostly amusing. All right. I have a Y right here. Little bit of sunshine. This is all we have left, you guys. Not very much. We're almost done. You don't have to be so You don't have to be so I'm gonna pull this all the way up after I do this color, but I'm just trying to protect this corner right here from my hand resting on it. There's a hair on there. Let me grab it off of there. Okay. Is that all of it? Or did it break? Yeah, it broke, I think. You don't have to be Superman. You don't have to be Superman. If you're just joining in and you're wondering what I'm singing and dancing to, right over there is a screen share of my Spotify mini player. Okay, let me cut this piece. Okay, I'm gonna pull this tight here. We're almost done. In just a little bit, we're gonna be putting the very last drill on this. I'm excited. I love finishing things, which can sometimes be a challenge for me. Although, I will say, since I've started streaming, I've finished more things more regularly. So doing this is kind of motivation for myself as well. Plus, I think that art is especially important to life. And I feel like the world needs a little bit more inspiration, a little bit more encouragement, a little bit more connection. And I guess in one or two small little ways, I'm just here trying to do my part. If you like what I'm doing here, well, that's awesome. I hope you come back. If you don't, that's okay. Not gonna hurt my feelings, really. I'm gonna be here every day doing this anyway. Even if I had no cameras, I would be doing this. This is what I would be doing today, no matter what. So that's what I'm here for. I'm doing what I'm doing no matter what. And it does help me get out of bed, though, to know that I can come here and possibly find somebody to talk to for the day. I gotta tell you, seeing Take Me to Church by Hosier live was an experience. It was a real experience. It one of those people got their flashlights and lighters up in the air, and the crowd is singing. It was just amazing. It's tasty, that looks plenty. Says hungry, but take me to church. I worship like a dog at the shine of their eyes. Tell you my sins, take a sharpening knife. Offer me thy death instead of good God. And give me my life. I'll tell you my sins, take a sharpening knife. Offer me thy death instead of good God. Give me my life. You must do unto begins. His mercy since the to sing. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your eyes. Tell you my sins, so you can sharpen your knife. Offer me thy death instead of good God. Let me give you my life. Take me to church, I worship like a dog at the shrine of your eyes. Sins, so you can sharpen your knife. The husband did indeed buy me the backdrop stand that I asked him to. So it should be here soon. So we will be putting that up. I don't know if I'm going to do that completely off camera or not. If you're interested in seeing me fight with that, right back here behind me, let me know. Maybe I'll just stream it while I'm doing it. One day you're slowly coming back to life. Yeah, I'll be keeping your head okay. I'm gonna take a picture real quick. I like to do that. And I forget a lot. I hope you don't mind. Give me just a second. One day you're slowly coming back to life. I don't know if you remember when we first started, I told you not to worry about dropping the diamond drills because they always send way more than you need. So when we're done, I will show you how many I didn't use. You always have some left over from almost every color. I keep them and I use them in other projects for customizing. I also use them in nail art. I do. Sometimes I use nail art supplies on here. Actually, that I use nail art supplies on near about everything. In fact, I have these live, not live, but they were live. These dried um, moth specimens out of my building that I bought from. Uh, yeah. Good morning, darling. Husband is in the chat. Thank you. And so is the bed. I woke up with 3 of them on me this morning. These things go everywhere. And one of two things is going to happen. And I've said this before. You're either going to not care. That's possible. They're not nearly as bad as glitter. And they don't really hurt when you step on them. I mean, they get in the bed and I can lay there and not even feel them on me. And that's saying something because I have whatever you want to call it. We call it, what do we call it? Princess and the Pea syndrome, where anything touching me is just like overwhelming. Or I can't lay in my bed because there's like a grain of salt somewhere in it. But these aren't so bad. So either you'll just get to a point where you just don't even care, or you will learn patience. It will teach you patience. Or there's another option. Or this is not a craft for you. Now, I think in general people just don't mind as much as if I'm using glitter because I get glitter everywhere. Doesn't everybody? It doesn't matter what I'm using with glitter on it. There's probably glitter on me somewhere right now, and I haven't done a project with glitter in a couple months at least. We're almost done, y'all. So after we're done, maybe today, maybe not, but soon. I can't find the little sparkly ribbons that I was talking about, but I have this. I've never tried this method before, but basically I'm going to take this and hot glue it to the edge of this diamond painting. I think that will make a non-frilly, non-frou-frou, very neat looking trim. I'm just glad that herpes of the craft world. Yes, glitter is the herpes of the craft world. And it's absolutely terribly, terribly contagious. I don't think when my husband and I met that he knew that just meeting me was going to mean that for the rest of his life he was going to sparkle. He didn't know. It's understandable that he didn't know, but I think there's been moments when over the years he's wondered if being a person that uses glitter should be like something that's confided before you get married. And I mean, it might be. Just saying. Okay, now we have J's. J's for Joe. Tizzy. Tizzy loves the blinging, as I said. So she definitely wants to like just hang out right here as we finish this. Yeah, she told me that. She's shy from the camera. She doesn't always know if she wants to be on camera or not. But this is her favorite craft. So far, this is the one she likes the most. Oh, what if I used little safety pins and put them through like the back of the roller skate and through the back of his leg to hold the roller skate on? Could that work? I don't know. Poor Disco. Oh, I need some more wax here. Wax, 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 wax. I kind of wish that I could pull the arms of my chair in more. I think to pull them in any more, I would have to get the husband to use the tool on it and do it manually. The arms are adjustable and everything. They're just, sometimes I need them moved. I'm not sure if that would help with this particular situation of how I'm sitting or make it worse. I'm not sure. I'm going to put that up as a poll, you guys. Shall we? Let's do it. Okay. Maybe small safety pin. It's a thought. I also thought of just like putting the boots on and then folding them down a little bit and putting just a drop of hot glue on the front and the back side of the boot and then rolling it back up really quickly and pressing it into the fur. That's what I thought about. And then there's a safety pin thing. I also thought about getting some ribbon and tying it around the boot at the very top and just tying it kind of tight. I also thought about getting out my quilting needle, the big curved one, and stitching them onto the back of him with the quilting thread that it would hold. I'm not sure yet, but I brought him out here so I could stare at him today, so I would remember to keep thinking about it. I was gonna do a poll. Hang on. Let me grab my keyboard. I got a cute poll. What do you call that when you inform somebody of something? Should they be confessed or? I can't think of it. I got it. It's not the word I wanted. Okay, let's not hit enter because I want to make a poll. Let's see. No, don't go on the sticky part, you guys. There we go. Copy. Where's the little button? I know it's not around here somewhere. what just happened? Informed is the word. Oh, here we go. There's the plus button. Pull. I'm struggling. It's fine. Alright. I don't need to add an option. They're both yes and no. I think I need to open this window a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Briefed, enlightened. Illuminated. Alright, so I can move this somewhere. Hang on. What's the three dots button up here? What does it do? No, I don't want to end it. Stop. It went away. I can't. Okay. Put the keyboard back. I'm done fooling around now. I just want to know what y'all think. Just so you know, me and the husband have been married for, well, more than a quarter of a century. Babe, I can't do the math today. Time is not my forte. It's just not. All right, let's do these J's. J stands for Joe. Yes, I am saying that I don't know exactly how many years I've been married. You know, after a while, it kind of runs together. To be completely honest, I can't remember how old I am. Nor can I remember how old the husband is. I still haven't figured it out. What do you mean I had to think about it? I'm still thinking about it. I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't remember how old my children are either. That I know cannot fall. Pull the sheets right off the corner of the mattress that was strong. I'm doing my very best to get these straight. We'll have to straighten them after we finish this a little bit. They're not doing too bad. 27 years. Something like that. So I want to know. I want to know what everybody else thinks. And tell you what, if you can't vote during the live stream, I will add this poll to the community after the video, after the stream is over, if I remember. That I know you can't afford, like that tattoo in your shoulder. Good morning, young child. I have a poll up. It's a yes or no question. Should a person's feelings about glitter be shared with their partner before marriage?
Yes.
What'd you say?
Yes.
Yes. Have a good day. I demand it.
What?
Oh my goodness. I'm on live stream.
And he's not here.
He will be. I'm sure. Where is he? Message your dad. Sorry about that. No, I'm not. I did say I was going to loosen up a little bit in here, didn't I? Don't stress yet. Yeah, I know. My poor dear. Hey, guess what? I'm almost done. Like, I'm going to finish today. You want to see? That's all I got left.
Yes. I'll admit I can't tell what it's supposed to be.
I know, because it's folded up, because I've kind of been hiding it from you.
Oh.
Because this one's yours. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I told Malthorado. I don't think I told them yet. I think they were on a live stream with me, and I was going to tell them, but then they left the live stream, so I was like, I forgot. Can you open up Live 360 and see where he is? All right, we're done with these.
Near 1612 West New River Street.
What, darling?
Near 1612 West New River Street. And Dad says he's on his way.
Okay.
He does not look to be on his way. He's in the same spot.
Well, I don't know what that means exactly, but if your dad says he's on his way, he's on his way. He might be a few minutes late. So, should he message the boss? He gets late anxiety too. Your dad being dumb. Okay, we have 4s, and this is also the specials. These are like a yellow AB. I love them. I want to order the entire stock of every color in round and square blings. And there's also a place that I found where you can get like colors and batches that they do of like all kinds of different stuff. It's absolutely impossible for me to not jam to this song. So. Cause you know I never like to talk about that. Keep it inside. Yeah, you say you'll always hold it back. Always wear long sleeves. Is it in your childhood? Something happening in your past? Sadness, yeah, I promise that it won't last. If I could, I would try to take it all back. Still more underneath. And that's when you say to me, can you pull the curtains? Let me see the sunshine. Your dad said, yay. You place green stickers in the trash. Feels dry and leave no trace. Tomorrow's another day. Can you see the sunshine? I don't know why that wasn't working out for me, but shine, shine, shine. Let me see it. Yes, we're almost there. Almost there. Hide and seek. I'm gonna stand and close your eyes. Try to breathe. See a message and don't reply. Nice to me. And in reality, say goodbye. Life can be so beautiful if you try. Are you okay? Yeah, I guess so. But on some days I feel like I'm trapped in a home. Keep quiet so the ones around me don't know. Mountains feel so steep, and they'll say that I'm here to help you carry the load. And the outside rays, they're good for the soul. Step out of the dark, 'cause in here it's so cold. Day's not out of reach, and that's when you say to me, can you pull the curtains? Let me see the sunshine. I think I'm done with my hiding place, but you found me anyway. It's been forever, but I'm feeling alright. Tears dry and won't leave no trace, and tomorrow's another day. Can we see the sun shine, shine, shine? Let me see the sun shine, shine, shine. Let me see the sun shine, shine. So, I don't really need to move the arms of my chair for ergonomic reasons, if I'm being honest. While I'm not sitting kind of appropriately at the moment, the reason that I'm not is because I'm holding Tizzy. What I really need is just for this arm of the chair to come in a little bit further. Right here. Right, I need it to be right here. So whoever can sit like on the arm of the chair. Because I can hold them still. I can hold them. But it'd be nice if they had something to sit on so I'm not squeezing them so much. I'm just thinking out loud here. Barefoot. I wonder why. I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of the T's. Oh, get over there. Next we have 8. Actually, I'm gonna get these ones. There's 3 more. These ones, 7s, and 8s. And the last one we put on is gonna be a 7. Maroon 5. Anybody remember Maroon 5? Showing my age. You know what? These are the wrong ones. Perfect timing. You guys get to see me make a mistake right at the end. It's not a big deal. That's the wrong color. These are 7s. Wait. No, they're not. What am I doing? I'm putting them in the wrong spot is what I'm doing. It is the right ones that I was trying to do. But, we're just going to do this. I'm using these cross-action tweezers and just kind of scraping them sideways. I put one tip right between and just slide sideways. What a man gotta do. Be totally locked up. I got it. I figured it out. Yay. Okay, you're right. They do still put up music, but that doesn't mean people know who they are anymore. I'm just saying. I'm sure. Signing me for that full-time hours. What you gotta do? Look, look, we dance. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? So now we're gonna do 8. Let's not get this confused again. I have done that in situations where I didn't realize it until I'd done like an entire couple of sections. I had to take them all off. And there's other ways that you can take them off when you're really irritated. Actually, I have either a video or a time lapse showing that happening on this, but it was when I was working in the bedroom. If you guys want to see that, I can put it up. I was just like, I had the tweezers and I was like, flick, 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 and they went everywhere. But I had already spilled the entire bottle of that color anyway, all over the place, so. What a man gotta do to be told he left behind. What? I'm here to have a good time. Now, don't go around and tell your friends that there's a person who's crazy on YouTube who just randomly dances to music you can't hear. While doing art stuff with stuffed bunnies. Actually, what am I saying? maybe you should tell people that. They can come talk with us too. Look, she's so excited. She just keeps leaning down. Here we go. Have a great day.
Can't hear you.
Have a good day. I know that's not exactly the sign language I was attempting to do, but I'm rusty. It was something like that. I think what I said was good morning, actually. But he had his headphones in and couldn't hear. And in this house, that is acceptable. Pretty much we all wear headphones. Well, Joe doesn't. The husband does not. And I probably myself am to blame for that. But we all like to be in our own little world sometimes. And also, we pretty much all have hearing sensitivities. I'm the worst. But. And usually it's music we're listening to. Always. Even if we break by heaven, I'm gonna stand by it. Even if we can't find it, how I can love you now. I'm gonna stand by it. We're on the last color. You ready? You ready? Okay? Yeah. You gonna hold on yourself? Okay. See if you can you stand on my leg? You guys. She's so excited. Can you, honey, can you get your, I gotta be able to put that there. Okay, there we go. Even if we can't find heaven. Look, if Bailey Sarian can talk to a skeleton and a stuffed bird, I can talk to my bunnies. One of the bunnies had the idea the other day to start a blog, and others have chimed in on this. And I'm not real sure what I think about that. You know? Okay, let's put these up. So yeah, Julian has no idea what this looks like. That's times like that I feel like I need to be able to bleep myself out of the video, and I do want to edit it. But it's really hard when you only get to be awake from 5 a.m. to like noon. And then you wake up for like dinner and go back to sleep after you watch TV for a few hours. My day's all gone. I need another like few hours to my day. I feel like from noon to 5 is just stolen from me. I want it back. All right. We're gonna do all these and then it's done. And then we'll pull it up and I'll try to figure out a way to straighten it. And then we'll roll the whole thing. And I will try to show you guys everything. The whole thing at one time. Somehow. We'll figure it out. I would like to make a poll that stays up for like a week. I think that would be neat. I'm so excited to be almost done with it that I keep like forgetting what I'm doing. the funnel. Here we go. You gotta lean back, honey. All right, come on now. Okay, everybody in the chat, or if you're at this point in the after the stream in the video, you can do it in the comments. But everybody in the live chat, get ready to put like a celebration emoji or something in the chat when we do the last one. Okay? I'll do it too. Some superheroes, some fairy tales, something. I'm moving because my watch said I need to. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Look, this may not be very like critical thinking, challenging as some of the other things that I do artistically, but it actually does require a level of planning and adapting that is artistic. And if you like this and you learn how to do it well and you want to, you can actually customize these and change out colors. You can even send in your own images and have them printed onto the canvas, and they will they'll make your canvas, and they have programs that will match up the colors to the drills, and they'll create you a kit, which is awesome. Awesome. Can't tell you how many things I would love to do this to. But you can get really artistic with it in a lot of ways, and it's just a really soothing activity, and it creates a result that if you're a person who likes glitter, then you're gonna love this. We're gonna count them down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, Ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? 1. Woo! I'm trying to add my own emoji thing. Here we go. I'll add to the party. Yay. There. Okay, I am not going to straighten this section while it's folded over itself. No. We're going to pull it all up and lay it straight, because I don't want to be pressing, and I've never encountered this, but I don't think I want to be pressing these against the ones that are on the other side. So everything else is already straightened, as straightened as it's going to get. Oops. I love this tray. And this is my little wax container, and this is my trash can. Tiny little trash can. And this is my funnel. Oh my goodness. You're gonna need this. I'm gonna move most of this stuff off the desk. Yay! I know, I'm excited to see it too. You ready? Usually I do things like cleaning off my desk off camera, but we're still experimenting here, so we'll probably always be experimenting here. Get that out of the way. I also need to run tape over the top of it, but I might do that later. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I don't know why it's doing the circle thing. I didn't click end. I know I didn't. Okay, let's pull this tape off. Oh, I'm gonna color this at some time soon. I want to do it in just like 3 colors, or maybe just in gray. That's going to be coming up soon. I think that one will be nice for a little bit of a study in shading, light source. I like to do challenges for myself every now and again. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. Again, this will, the thing I've made in the crease, it will flatten out on its own, pretty much. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to roll this a little bit. And I'm going to roll it with the diamonds, the drills, on the outside. If you roll it so that you're looking at the back as you roll it, so that this is the outside of it, your drills will bend close together and they'll pop. They'll pop off. So don't do that. So I'm not going to roll it all the way. Okay. This is a learning as you go experience, okay? I need you to come over here. Oh no! Maya. She kind of fell off the desk. I have to go get her. Sorry. Okay, so I want to be able to just work on a section, okay? So I'm trying to pull it over enough for you guys to be able to see where I'm working without having to change the camera. How about that? Oops. So you almost can't tell anymore that it's not flat or that it wasn't flat. And when we're done, we're going to roll it all the way up and make it kind of tight, and everything will flatten out on its own. So we have this, and we're going to use the straightener end of the pen thing, Okay. And we're just going to straighten. And I'm going to start here. You can start wherever you want, really. I like to go along the outer edges of every section first. I've never done it like this before with it taken off of the mount. So I guess I have to hold next to the area where I'm doing the edge at least. Because I kind of put it on the outer edge of the design and push in. And I do it kind of slow because you want it to move across the adhesive and stay where you put it. If you just do it like that, it's not going to stay. Okay. After I do this part, I'm just going to roll this under and pull the rest of it towards me somehow. So I'm going to use these lines that I've already straightened to guide the straightener so that it lines up with the these outer 5 rows. I'm not pressing down hard. But as you go across it, you can kind of feel it if it's out of place, because I'm not pressing down all the way into the glue. That's not a good idea. It will get your straightener gunky, and that causes problems when you're trying to do this. So I go slowly, okay? Slow. Not as slow as that, but... And I keep looking at it and making sure that everything lines up. I'm not nearly as persnickety as I used to be about it. But basically, you're coming from a line that you've already straightened. So as you lightly go across it, when you get to the ones that aren't straight, it will bump. It's kind of like driving by braille. Oop. You can also just do it like this. Just stick it down a little bit. I go back and forth because, to be honest, this part does hurt me after a little bit. So I go back and forth between doing it this way and doing it with the little push way. Either way works, really. You can push down hard. You can actually take it like this so that it's tilted. So you're working like on this edge and tilt it up and just kind of drag it against. I don't like to do that personally because it does get the adhesive on the straightener, like I said, and also for me it just pushes them too far away from each other. I prefer just enough to tap them into a straight line. You want them to be straight, but you also don't want them to be spread apart. So I try not to push all the way down into the adhesive. I'm wanting to go between the tops of them, which if you think about it, the drills are like, they're flat at the bottom and then they're curved over the top. So they're a little dome. So when you place it down with the flat part on there, those the bottom of them are closer together on the canvas than the tops of the little drills are. So the top of it is slightly rounded. That gives you a little area to go between them where you're not going all the way down to the bottom where they touch. So really you're not moving them that much. You're just kind of separating them a little bit at the top. Okay. Now I'm going to go this way, up and down. And then I think I'll just roll it forward. Yeah. So I'm gonna tilt my straightener this way and press against, okay? All right, I'm gonna do the other side off camera. Am I? I've lost a couple of drills right there, so I need to put those back. I must have just done that just now. Oh, just one, okay. That happens sometimes when you're straightening. It probably flew off somewhere. Okay, buddy. Can you sit over here? I'm just gonna move my iPad completely off the desk for a little bit. Yes, I set everything on the floor. I don't have shelves. I mean, I do, but they're full. So I'm gonna roll it this way, up to the part that I already straightened, which is kind of right about there. Turn it this way. I'm actually gonna straighten it this way. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. What? I've been watching painting videos. Let's see. Okay. There's MSNBC highlights. Mm-mm. So we're gonna go this way. Okay. And I'm leaning it this way. Push it in from the outside edge. So the reason that I don't go like that against the very last row and I have to go slower is because of that adhesive that's around the edge. I hate it, but you just have to deal with it until you cover it up in the final stages. I have not figured out a way to get around that yet. I'm still thinking on it. It does sparkle. It sparkles so much. I would have figured Julian would have I would have either told him that it was for him by now, or he would have seen it. I guess not. I told him to come look at it, and he was like, to be honest, I can't even tell what that is. And I was like, well, you're not supposed to. You know, I do pay attention when I'm doing this to make sure that everything's still straight. So it's a little bit of like looking at with my eye too. There's several different sensory elements involved in this. There's the sense of touch, which kind of feels like bumps when they're not separated yet. There's the visual of looking at the nice lines and also seeing all the sparkling. And there's just like the movement of it. It can also start to sound pretty cool if you get into a little pattern with it. I wouldn't say there's a sense of smell or taste doing this. But it is visually pleasing and physically soothing. It's never ever gonna be perfect. So I used to like really get into this and sit here and actually hurt my hands straightening these things, but especially once you get into like bigger ones like this one, the bigger they are, the more detailed they are, which actually makes it look better than if it were smaller. And you can kind of get away with a little bit of not straightness. So I've learned to be less worried about perfection, because once you hold it up and step back from it, oh, it's going to be so gorgeous. Apologies, apologies, apologies. All right. That's pretty much it, everybody. I need to take toodles and bye-bye. Have a day. No, have Q day. I was talking to the husband, not you guys. I'm still here. I just need to take my medicine. And then I'm gonna pick this up and show you guys. Let me run the brayer over it. I forgot about this step. It's important though. So I'm gonna go over the entire thing, but especially over here on the edge. I'll do the whole thing later. I'm so excited. Can you see how much it sparkles? Okay, I'm gonna stand up. You guys ready? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm trying to center it. Hang on. I'm not good at this direction stuff. Okay. You guys like it? I love it. We're gonna roll it up and we're gonna leave it for the night, and then tomorrow we will try to finish this up. Do all the hot glue edges and all of that. And I'll try to find where I have the frames for it. Right now I'm just gonna roll it up really smoothly, roundly. There's still tape on here that we need to take off. So I'm gonna grab inside of it like this and grab that inner spot, and I'm gonna start twisting it gently. I like to roll them kind of tight at the end just for a little while, so that they so now I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do the same thing inside here. So tap it down, and now I'm gonna put some rubber bands around it. And we're gonna leave it sitting overnight on the desk. So like that. Alrighty, everybody. That is what I've got for y'all today. And I think I'm just gonna sit here for a little while and work on my spiral. And play around with some settings. Okay, see if I can change something up. I want to do something different tomorrow on the screen, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's everything. All right, y'all. Actually, I'm gonna take this to my room probably. Have a wonderful evening. This has been Printing Where. This has been Periwinkle Palace Arts. I'm Princess Bun Bun, here with all my bunnies. We did art stuff here today, and yeah, that's what we did. We showed up and did art stuff. That's what we do every day. I will see you guys tomorrow around 8:30 Central Standard Time. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll do something.